Hey y'all, and welcome back to Southern Tea. It's your girl, Lady J, bringing you my usual, mainly my commentary on the state of female rap game, but urban news too from side to time. So before I get into the video, I want you to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, comment, share, and baby, you already here, so subscribe to my channel. Now, I do want to apologize. I know I've been gone a little bit too long, okay? It's been like a week, all right? But, I have some other things going on. But, and editing is hell, y'all, okay? It's a one-woman operation going on over here. But let's go ahead and get into it because it has been a lot that has went down in the past week. So, starting off with the first thing I want to get into is Nicki Minaj and YouTube allegedly fucking with my good sister's views on her videos because y'all know allegedly she don't got the best relationship with the execs on this platform over here, okay? So the Twitter page by the name of Female Rap Alive were the ones to highlight this, at least from what I saw. So they highlighted how Nicki only has like 35 million views for Super Figure Girl, but in reality it's like 90 million when you look up the stats. And of course YouTube basically came out and admitted that, her views were frozen because they said they were quote unquote working on fix, okay? Which of course is a bunch of BS to me. I mean, YouTube is always fucking with people's views, okay? Especially black folks. Hell, they fuck with my views. But when it comes to Nicki compared to the other rap girls, it's very apparent to me. Now, my thing is, we already know her views are high because her engagement is high and organic because her fan base is real people, not bots. It's the bitches with bots that get fudge numbers to make it look like they're doing better than what they really are in reality when they, really drowning. And, on top of that, Atlantic was just exposed like a month or two ago and nobody acted like they really wanted to talk about it because, they faves is on that label. So, I mean, it's not shocking to me, but it's like, it's not like it's something that really affects Nicki because either way, if they fuck with her views or not, she's still gonna win, okay? So, still the richest female rapper for the record, still the highest female rapper of 2022. I mean, who cares about some fraud-ass numbers at this point? So, let me know what your thoughts are on that below. Now, speaking of Nicki Minaj, fans are calling out upcoming femcee Lola Brooke. So I did talk about Lola Brooke about a week ago, and I do think she is dope. I mean, for the most part, her delivery and flow really be on point. I don't really feel like she be talking about shit, but I mean, it be a little vibe, okay? Better than what a lot of these female rap girls is talking about these days, at least the mainstream ones. But anyway, fans are not too happy with Lola Brooke because it's believed that she unfollowed Nicki Minaj on Instagram, but according to Lola Brooke's fans, she was never following Nicki Minaj to begin with, okay? Which I found kind of off and odd since she, has recently listed Nicki Minaj as one of the female rappers that she wants to work with alongside the likes of Cardi B. And she also mentioned in an interview she did with Notion back in September that she was most excited to see Nicki Minaj during the Rolling Loud, okay? And then back in 2021, she did an interview with, I think it was Hype of Life magazine. She was asked if she could collab with any artist, who would it be? And she mentioned Meek Mill, Nicki Minaj, and Lil Baby in that order. No Cardi B. So it's interesting to see her tune kind of change a bit. Not really because she still mentions Nicki, but it's just the fact that, allegedly Cardi B and Lakia sent their verses back to Lola Brooke for the Don't Play With It remix. Because, that's the song that got Lola Brooke hot right now. And that's one of the hot bops on TikTok. So a friend of Lola's responded to a tweet that basically said Barb should not fall for Lola Brooke because she does not follow Nicki. And again, this is something to point out that's kind of odd because, she's mentioned Nicki multiple times in past interviews. So a friend of Lola Brooke's responded to this Barb and said, "Don't start Barbs. She's actually my friend. Ain't on no drama, and she loves Nicki." Now, Lola Brooke did like this tweet. It is in her like tweets, and she also responded to this person and said, "I woke up confused. IDK, what the fuck going on right now?" Which I think is cap, in my most humble opinion. I mean, let's take a moment to be honest here. The female rap game, centers and revolves around Nicki Minaj. No female rapper can be mentioned without Nicki's name being mentioned in some way, shape, or form. And no female rap game is coming into this game without being compared to the likes of Nicki. I mean, it just is what it is at this point. So when these girls, come in the game, they already know what time it is. So they know how the Barbs is, especially. I mean, it would be one thing if Lola never really mentioned Nicki before like that in interviews, but in almost every interview I dug up from her, she has mentioned Nicki Minaj at least once to some degree. So it is odd that someone is not following someone they claim to fuck with so much, So like I said, Lola Brooke has name dropped Nicki plenty of times in interviews without Nicki Minaj even being brought up for that matter by the interviewers. So she is clearly a fan. However, with that being said, being a fan of Nicki Minaj's really does not equate to being a fan of Nicki Minaj, the artist. I think being a fan of Nicki Minaj's music and being a fan of Nicki Minaj, the artist, are two separate things. And I think where, you know, people consider themselves a barb is they're a fan of both the music and the artist. And I think the problem with a lot of these rappers who grew up inspired by Nicki Minaj is that when they come into the industry, they no longer see Nicki Minaj as just this dope ass artist that they've been inspired to, but they now see her as competition. And to make matters worse, they also have to come into this industry feeling like they gotta pick a side when it comes to Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. You know, we saw with Megan, Bia, Glorilla, City Girls, you know, Megan thought she had to drag Cardi to get a Nicki Minaj collaboration, and then when she got the Cardi B collaboration, she started acting funny with Nicki. Bia thought she couldn't be cool with Cardi because she got a Nicki collab, because, you know, Bia was all over posting Cardi doing the whole lot of money, dancing to a whole lot of money, and all of a sudden she unfollows her when she got a Nicki collab. Glorilla unfollowed Nicki because she got a Cardi B collaboration when she was following her beforehand. The City Girls dissed Nicki because they had a Cardi B collaboration at one point. Like, it's fucking ridiculous to me, and it's fake as hell. All them hoes is fake, okay? I'm sure Nicki and Cardi really could give a rat's ass. Well, I know Nicki don't. I don't really know about Cardi, because if Cardi gives a fuck about strangers' opinions online, then who knows? But I just think it's corny for these girls to start off grinding and showing all this love to Nicki, and then when they start to get a little bit of buzz, they want to act brand fucking new. I don't like that. Stand on what it is you've been standing on. So maybe she did unfollow Nicki, okay? Maybe not. But I don't know, maybe it wasn't within the past 48 hours, but I definitely feel like she at one point within the past month or so had to unfollow Nicki, because she name dropped her way too much in past interviews to not have been following her at one point at all on social media. But you following Cardi B and you just started mentioning her. Like, girl, get it together. But of course, you know, these girls only love to show love to reserve that potential Nicki Minaj collaboration. And when that don't happen, they expose their true colors. Okay, look at Latte. So like I said, I mean, I still fucks with Lola Brooke, but you know, we just gonna have to keep an eye out. So let me know your thoughts on that below. So the next topic I want to get into is Iggy Azalea, because, you know, your girl is joining OnlyFans and she plans on releasing exclusive content that will be consistent of uncensored photos, videos, music, and poetry, all to be a part of her upcoming 4th studio album entitled Hotter Than Hell. And let me just pause and say, I'm sick of the devil hell inspired themes. You know, it's giving very much symbolisms and I'm not really fucking with it, okay? I'm not checking for that shit, alright? But anyways, she plans on dropping this album this summer. Now, this is mighty interesting since just 2 years ago, Iggy has said this: I think OnlyFans can be really empowering for people, but I will never, ever join. I don't want to make that type of content, and it only fucks up the bag for people who really about that life. Shout out to the baddies, though. Now, I will say I definitely thought OnlyFans was an app for bitches who wanted to pop that cat and be porn stars and make money for it, because that shit took off in 2020, and I know them hoes, and I know a lot of hoes, especially from where I live, they definitely got on there popping that cat, okay? However, I definitely do not think that is what Iggy is going to be on. I do not think it's that type of time. You know, y'all thirst buckets can waste y'all $25 a month on that bullshit if you want to, but I got other shit I can spend $20 a month on, okay? Honestly, if we keep it in a buck, these industry girls who making OnlyFans be putting the same content on their OnlyFans as they do on their Instagram, so the shit really don't be exclusive at all. OnlyFans subscribers just see the shit first, and then a couple of hours later you see it again on Instagram, to be honest. I mean, that's what Bad Baby do, that's what Ruby Rose do, Black China. I mean, you gotta be smoking dick if you think them hoes finna get on that app and pop their little pussies, okay? So with that being said, I definitely feel like this is a smart move for Iggy Azalea, especially since she is an independent artist. You know, last month it was reported that she sold her publishing and masters for like 8 figures. So that money, plus the money she'll be making for the people who actually subscribe to her OnlyFans monthly, until the project drops, she don't have to worry about funding for this era at all. It's already taken care of. I think moving into 2024 and 2025, we will definitely see more artists use OnlyFans as a means to monopolize their music, because when you think about it, the artists can release exclusive content just for their fans, and you would be paying a monthly subscription for it. And if you paying a monthly subscription to watch and keep up with somebody you don't like or somebody you don't fuck with, you just sick in the head, okay? Weirdo behavior. I think this is how Ruby Rose should have originally leveraged her OnlyFans presence, because Ruby did make a lot of money from OnlyFans, but she didn't get any sales from her music. And the same with Bad Baby. So I think they should look at Iggy and take notes, especially all the independent artists, because Iggy ain't really gonna have a backing or a push behind this project by a label. She gonna have to do all that herself with her own coin. So let me know your thoughts on that below. Now, so the next topic I want to slide into is Miss Saweetie. So Saweetie teased this little video on Instagram, and in her caption she said she was up to something and she hashtagged it Superbow. Now, I don't know what she could possibly be up to as it pertains to the Super Bowl chair, because sis ain't got no music out. I mean, she could promote her flop ass EP she dropped back in November, since the sales for that were beneath the floor. But other than that, I don't really know what Saweetie could be doing as it pertains to the Super Bowl. Now, perhaps sis could have a commercial deal, because, you know, she may not be able to rap worth a damn, but she is a hell of a marketer for herself, and she knows how to keep a good brand deal, baby. Do you hear me? Plus, I think regardless of what Saweetie has going on with the Super Bowl, I think it's a good look, because the Super Bowl commercials be top tier every year. That'd be the only reason people like me be tuned in the first place. And on top of that, that's a huge audience to market to. I mean, they be having millions of viewers every year. So regardless of what it is, the fact that she got something going on with the Super Bowl is a good look, and I know she is getting to the bag. Now, Saweetie is supposed to be dropping her album Pretty Bitch Music this year, but she been saying that the past 3 years, child. So maybe she could be using the Super Bowl to tease or preview her upcoming album, because allegedly it's been done. But I say this all the time. If Saweetie is not going to improve her craft and expeditiously, I'm gonna need sis to go ahead and sit the fuck down and log out and stick to being a brand influencer or something. But let me know your thoughts on that below. Because speaking of promoting projects during the Super Bowl, I want to get into Cardi B. So Cardi is supposed to be coming in 2023, as we know. She was posted up in the studio, not rapping, of course. Okay, just sitting around, probably trying to memorize the lyrics that Party wrote for her. All tea, all shade. Let's not act like that nigga ain't got writing credits on damn near every Cardi record she put out, and damn near every song on that one and only album she has, okay? So it was actually reported that she is supposed to be coming in early 2023 last year. Now, personally, I couldn't care one way or 10, because Cardi hasn't dropped any exciting music to me in a long time, and I do mean a long time, and I think a lot of people feel that way. I personally, I wasn't a fan of Up, I wasn't a fan of WAP, I wasn't a fan of Press, I damn sure wasn't fucking with Hot Shit, okay? That song was hot shit for real. I think the last semi-decent song I actually kind of fucked with from Cardi was the Money song, and that dropped, what, like 4 or 5 years ago? So Cardi better come with the, she better come with and pull out all the pole tricks out her bag, because she gonna need it, okay? I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Her hype ain't the same, which is the reason why Cold Shit performed the way it did, and she didn't promote it like that, okay? Nobody is talking about that song, okay? She needed to ride the wave of other artists all 2022 to get her buzz back for 2023 for this album, and I don't think it's working, quite honestly, because she hopped on that Shake It remix and No Love remix before dropping Hot Shit, and that did nothing for her. She hopped on Tomorrow 2 a month or two after Hot Shit dropped, and it did nothing for her. And recently, she allegedly sent her verse back to Lola Brooke for her Don't Play With It remix. So again, hopping on another remix of a new hot trending artist is getting played the fuck out for Cardi, okay? Obviously, and she don't do remixes on top of that. Then you got Atlantic being exposed once again for using bots and fudge numbers for their artists, and a label Cardi is signed to and one of the main acts for. So, and of course, we see it revealed that Cardi and Offset have a Valentine's commercial that will premiere during the Super Bowl. So is it far-fetched to believe that Cardi will be promoting her upcoming project during the Super Bowl? No, of course not. And even if she doesn't, her being a part of the Super Bowl alone is definitely part of her album rollout. Like I said, that's a big audience, and what better way to try to attempt to get your hype back than in front of millions during the Super Bowl, especially a Super Bowl commercial where you get to show your personality. So let me know your thoughts on that below. Speaking of promoting, now, the next topic I want to get into is Miss Glory Hallelujah and Moneybagg Yo. So Friday, they released a collaboration called Own What You Own or something like that, and it dropped alongside a video that was inspired by the movie Baby Boy, which went perfect with the lyrics, because the song, it sounded like it was toxic as fuck. Now, when it comes to the video, I thought it was cute. They reenacted the Baby Boy scenes. Like I said, you know, Jodie and Yvette will forever go down as one of the most toxic relationship people in Hollywood history, if we're talking cinema. So the video was cute. Now the song, on the other hand, it was a little bit boring to me. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it wasn't just trash, but it was boring. They repeated the chorus more than they actually rapped, and I can't stand that when people do that on songs, just repeating the chorus over and over and over again, like rap, bitch. Okay. Now the song was only like 2 minutes long, but still. So do I think the song will do much? Not really. I mean, it already has 3 million views now, and that is actually good for it to have dropped 3 days ago. It's about 1 million views a day, but I don't think it's going to be something long-lasting or impactful. I think it was a cute moment, you know, especially to see a popular poppin' rap nigga collab with a poppin' female rapper. I think a lot of these rappers, female rappers, don't really be collaborating with a lot of the male rappers like that, especially, I think the only exception is like Nicki Minaj, and she washes every nigga she on a song with. But when a lot of these other mainstream rap girls hop on songs with these niggas, it really don't be hitting like that, and this is another one of them instances for me. But let me know your thoughts on that below. So the next topic I want to get into is these female rap girls in a XXL and iHeart nominations, child. I'm just gonna say it's, trigger warning, it's disappointing as fuck, okay? And it's fucking colorist as hell. So I'm gonna start off with the XXL nominations first. So nominated, we have Glorilla, okay, nominated in 5 categories. Megan Thee Stallion is also nominated in 5 categories. Nicki Minaj is nominated in 4 categories. Latte is also nominated in 4 categories. Doja Cat and Cardi B are nominated in 3 categories each, and then Coi Leray and Ice Spice, okay, are also each nominated in 1 category. So for Artist of the Year, the only rap girl in that category is Megan Thee Stallion. The rest of the people in that category is niggas, the typical niggas, NBA, Future, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. So I just found it off that Nicki Minaj was not nominated in this category, because out of all the rap girls that dropped in 2022, she did dominate all year long from start to middle to finish. In the beginning, we got We Go Up, Do We Have a Problem? Towards the middle, we got Super Freaky Girl with two remixes on top of that. And then towards the end of the year, she gave us Tukataka and jumped on that song with NBA, I Admit, which is underrated as the fuck, because I bumps that song damn near every day. So I feel like Nicki was definitely snubbed in this category. The only rap girl nominated for Album of the Year is Latte 77 album, which in my most humble opinion was trash. I said that in my review when the album dropped. I'm not just saying that because she's not cool with Nicki, to all you hating ass hoes in the back. Okay, I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. The album was trash when she dropped it, and it's trash now. Her freshman album was 10 times better than that bullshit. So I'm not surprised. I am surprised that Megan Thee Stallion's Traumazine was not nominated. That did surprise me, because I felt like that album was a hell of a lot better than Latte's album, and it sold more than Latte's album too. So I don't agree with those nominations. For Song of the Year, we have Hit Kid and Glorilla's FNF and Nicki Minaj's Super Freaky Girl, both of which I feel are rightfully deserved because they were both big songs this year. FNF was the song of the summer, and then Super Freaky Girl took over that title when it dropped, plus it debuted at number 1. So the only female rap song this year to do that, honestly. So I agree with these nominations. Now the ladies in the Best New Artist category are Glory Hallelujah and Spicy Ice, aka Glorilla and Hot Spice. Now, Glorilla, I feel, is well deserved because she followed her viral song up with other viral songs and a music project. However, all Ice Spice had, on the other hand, was Munch. If they gonna do that, then they should have nominated Kylie and Lola Brooke too, because they had some hot TikTok songs too. Like, a bunch of girls had viral TikTok songs, so why only choose Ice Spice? But like Mona Leo was saying, colorism is real, and it's definitely easier for these lighter complected women in the industry to, make it and to, be nominated for all these accolades. And I mean, do y'all not see the pattern of these nominations so far? Like, everyone I mentioned is light skinned. So, and I don't too much agree with that. The ladies nominated in the Performance of the Year category is Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, and Latte. Now, I can see why Megan and Doja were nominated, especially Doja, because that bitch can perform her ass off and she can dance. She gonna give you a show. Megan gonna twerk her ass off on stage. But Latte ain't doing shit but fake tripping on stage and performing big energy like it's the biggest thing that happened since Paper Plates, child. So they could have kept her ass out of this category. The ladies in the Video of the Year category are Nicki Minaj for Super Freaky Girl, which is a no-brainer. Also, FNF by Hit Kid and Glorilla, which, I don't know. Compared to all the other nominees in that category, FNF was the cheapest and most basic video, which I guess is what made it likable, but come on now. Nothing about that video was giving me Video of the Year at all. It looked like a cute fun video, but not for Video of the Year. Okay, like, stop. For Hip Hop Humanitarian, the rap girls in that category are Megan and Cardi. Now, I'm not really sure what Cardi did to be in this category, because if they're talking about her giving back to her old school, I could have sworn that was for her community service hours after she pled guilty to assaulting the bartenders. Okay? Humanitarian my ass. And I don't know of nothing else she did, so feel free to enlighten me below. Now, I know Megan started some type of mental health program or something like that, so I see why she is nominated. But Cardi, Then for the People's Champ, the girls nominated are Latte, Cardi, Doja, Glorilla, Megan, and Nicki. Now, I'm not really sure what they are basing the People's Champ off of, but if it's nominated or chosen by fans, Nicki better get their hands down, okay? Either her or NBA, because they fan bases don't be playing, okay? They crazy, because NBA is also nominated in that category too. And in the main category, I'm really concerned with, since, I like to highlight female rap over here, is the Female Rapper of the Year. And the nominees are Cardi B, Doja Cat, Coi Leray, Glorilla, Latte, Megan Thee Stallion, and Nicki Minaj. Once again, all of whom are lighter skinned. No Flo Milli, no Mona Leo, no Doechii, no Callie. Like, I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna lie, it's disappointing to just see the blatant colorism. Like, do y'all not, is this not a fucking coincidence? Like, every single one of these women up here are light skinned. Now, with that being said, Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat, Glorilla, and Megan all deserve to be nominated, rightfully so. I can agree with those nominations, Megan's album was decent, Nicki dominated, and I mean dominated all fucking year. Doja did her thing, Glorilla did her thing, but Coil Leray, I mean, I guess, she's nominated for her album that she dropped, but it made no noise and sold 11K in the first week. Latte Ass was surviving on Big Energy all 2022, and Cardi B was riding the wave of Glorilla, Hot Spice, and any other new female rap bitch that came out, okay? I feel like Koi, Cardi, Latte, I just don't really feel like, I honestly feel like they deserve to be replaced by Doechii, Callie, and Flo Milli, because all three of them dropped fire ass project last year and was consistent as the fuck all year. Now, for the iHeart Radio nominations, Latte, Nicki, and Doja Cat each have 3 nominations. Megan has 2, and Glorilla has 2. And so yeah, let's get into it. So, song of the year. Okay, the girls nominated in that category are Latte for Big Energy and Doja for Woman. Now, honestly, I don't agree with either of these. I love Doja Down, but I don't feel like Woman was even close to being Song of the Year, and Big Energy came out in 2021. Why are we still talking about that song that survived purely off radio play in 2023? I don't know. Super Freaking Girl should have been nominated. It was the only female rap song in 2022 to debut at number 1, so the fact that it was not nominated is suspect as hell. I feel the same way about this next category, which is Artist of the Year, and the only rap girl in that category is Doja Cat. When again, Nicki dominated all year, all 2022. When it came to female rap, no shade to Doja, because I love Doja Down. So where is Nicki's nomination? The girls nominated in Best Collaboration is Doja Cat featured The Weeknd for You Right, Post Malone and Doja's I Like You, and Sweetest Pie by Megan Thee Stallion and Dua Lipa, which I ain't gonna lie, I forgot all about. Okay, baby? It came and it went. What I didn't understand is why Do We Have a Problem was not nominated, because that song was the fastest selling female rap song this year. It was highly anticipated, and it made a hell of a lot more noise than Sweetest Pie. For Hip Hop Song of the Year, the only rap girl in that category is Glorilla for FNF with Hit Kid. The rest of the nominees is, of course, some niggas. Again, no Nicki Minaj when she dominated all 2022. If they can nominate Super Freaky Girl for the best lyrics, which they did, how can she not be nominated for the best hip hop song of the year? Make it make sense, baby. Okay. Speaking of best lyrics, Nicki was the only female rapper nominated in that category, so they got that right. Further proving Nicki's pen game is unmatched. The ladies nominated for the best new hip hop artists are Glorilla and Latte. Whew. Okay. I don't know why these white outlets want to keep calling Latte a new artist so bad when she dropped her freshman album 3 years ago and been on Billboard. Anything to make this girl's chance at winning some type of any award higher than what it otherwise would have been, I guess. Okay. I agree with Glorilla being in this category because she is new to a lot of the general public, but we've been on Latte and that girl ain't new. So the ladies nominated in the best fan base category are Nicki and the Barbs and Megan Thee Stallion and the Hotties. Now, I don't know why Doja Cat and her kittens ain't up here, because they make a hell of a lot more noise in supporting Doja more than the Hotties do for Megan, okay? I mean, where was the Hotties when Megan dropped Traumazine? And then the ladies nominated in the TikTok Bop of the Year is Nicki for Super Freaky Girl and Latte for Big Energy, which I didn't know Big Energy was a big deal on TikTok, and I really be on TikTok. Now, it was a big deal for the radio. That would have been a good category for her, most played song on the radio, because that's how and that's why that song survived as long as it did. Now, Callie has some TikTok bops this year too. Was a big TikTok bop, and I feel like Flo Milli's Conceited was also a hot TikTok bop, but they paid both of them dust clearly. And then finally we have favorite use of a sample, and the ladies in that category is of course Nicki Super Freaky Girl, rightfully so, cause she sampled Rick James, Super Freak. Doja Cat's Vegas that sampled Hound Dog by Elvis, and then Latte's Big Energy that she didn't even know was sampled by Mariah Carey, child. So I only feel Super Freaky Girl should win simply because and based on the fact that it was a big deal, debuted at number 1, and is still in the top 20 despite coming out 6 months ago. So let me know your thoughts on that below. Now the last topic I want to get into is going to be kind of short and brief because it's comical and fictional as the fuck, But Azealia Banks continues to show her obsession over Nicki Minaj by claiming that Queen Latifah is the queen of rap, despite Queen Latifah still being alive and having 0 top 10 hits, 0 number 1 hits, 0 songs to ever see the top 20, and hasn't seen a chart since 2007. Okay. I love the queen down. Okay, I love Queen Latifah, but at this point, she's going down in my books as a better actress than a rapper. I never really got into Queen's music like that in the beginning when she was rapping, and that's not to say she can't rap. She just wasn't my cup of tea. I feel the same way about newer rappers, like, for example, Rico Nasty. I think she's dope as hell and talented, but a lot of Rico's catalog isn't my cup of tea, even though I do like a few of her songs. And like I said, I find her talented, okay? I feel the same way about Queen Latifah. So if we gonna crown somebody the queen of something or the king of something, I feel like the accolades and the stats should match and align with the talent. Being the king or queen of something isn't about likability, okay? Because Azealia Banks saying that Nicki Minaj isn't likable, we love her but we don't like her, like, bitch, what? Okay, if that's the case, first of all, speak for your goddamn self, because I love and like the queen. If that's the case, though, then we can call Saweetie the queen of rap because she's likable, even though her talent is in the toilet. Like Nicki or not, she is the only one who has the talent to match the accolades and stats to be given the title of female, queen of female rappers, okay? Or the queen of rap. So Cardi has the stats and accolades, but she don't really got the talent. Sis do not write. Megan has a talent but doesn't have the stats or accolades. Lil Kim don't even got the stats and accolades, and she honestly barely got the talent these days from the music I've heard. So I don't know what Azealia Banks is even talking about, but I honestly don't think Azealia is mentally stable enough to even have a valid opinion on rap culture. But let me know your thoughts on that below. So remember, this is my commentary and my opinion. I want to know yours below. I look forward to reading them thoughts. Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button because you stay to the end, child. And follow me on my socials at Southern Tea. That is Southern Tea with 2 A's at the end. I will check y'all out in my next video.